It's Christmas time, Togger Christmas time. How you doing, boys? There's me little limp Santa hat. This week's review is brought to you by STP, top scorer in Gameweek. What was it? 17. So let me step you through with a bit of Christmas music tree in the background. How last week went down. So we had. First of all, it was the Villains versus Peking De Bruyne. Peking De Bruyne with a flat 100, very well done, against 89.75 from Dan. I believe Dan fielded, he didn't field enough players as Plops' old trick, so hard lines there. Looking at the two sides, you've probably got a couple of standouts. John Fleck, 22.5 for Dan. The Sheffield United boys are doing pretty well this year. Jack O'Connell, 11.25. 12 for Jimenez. Jimenez, one of my old favourites. I'd love him back if you're interested in a trade, Dan. Looking at Peking De Bruyne though, just a bit more consistent throughout. 11.25 for Ben Mee. 8.5 for the Leicester defender. I think he's been doing a bit better than that. 10 for Wan-Bissaka. 12 for Matinho. 9.5 for Willian. And his goalkeeper, Aaron Ramsdale, for Bournemouth, with a clean sheet, got 5 saves, so 18.5, and that was the highest scorer in that tie. So that's Plops winning 100 to 89.75. Nothing ever grows. My favourite Christmas song, I think, or one of them. Top 3. Next up, we've got the BJs versus Scranton Stranglers, Battle of the Bum Boys. I think beforehand, I think Carl was favourite, and it looked at one point like he was going to absolutely smash him, maybe double or treble his score. Anyway, it ended up the BJs winning 127.25 through to 91.75 to Gabe, so still pretty comprehensive. Looking at Gabe's side, 19 from Zaha, which I think was the last game, I think, which made it look a little bit closer in the end. 8.5 from Saar, 11.5 from Ndidi, 15.5 from his old favourite Asper Laqueta, and 11 and a squirt from Virgil van Dijk. So 91.75. The BJ's having a good week. Only missed out on the review by a little bit. James Tarkowski, 22.5. He seems to be banging the points in again at the moment. 22 for Lucas Moura. Allah, who was the top scorer from this tie with 26. Interested to see how the Liverpool boys get on with all these fixtures and whatnot. 9 for Jota, but I think it was Tarkowski. Oh, and Joe Gomez. Joe Gomez, Tarkowski, and Salah, who are his main kind of points baggers. Looking at the next tie, we've got the Mackham against the Bearded one. The Mackham trouncing him 129 through to 71.75. Looking at Ragman, 16.5 for McTominay, 14 for Vardy, and again a goalkeeper pulling in a top performance for him of Guetta. I don't know, David Guetta, 9 saves. So considering he let a goal in, I think that's really well done. 3 clearances and 2 aerials. Yeah, so that was his top performer. Looking at Brian, pretty consistent again throughout. 14.5 for Basham and Egan. 14.5 for Basham, sorry, 11.5 for Egan. His top scorer was Traore, bit of a sensation really. Raised a few eyebrows when that trade was done, but well done, Bry. Sterling with 17. That trade looks to be coming good as well, but we'll have to see over a longer period of time. 17 for Antonio. I think he'll be all right, actually, for West Ham. Getting a start, I think, instead of Yarmolenko. Yeah, so the top scoring player in this tie was Adama Traore, but that's 129 points to Brian and 71.75 to the Bearded one. Looking at the next tie, it's the Chudley Cannons versus the Butcher. Chudley Cannons won this one 94 points to 91.75. Where the Christmas tunes gone? So, sorry, 91.75 for Jura, 40 points coming from De Bruyne. Take them away, he's had a pretty shocking week. At 12 and a bit from Alisson. What is this? Christmas songs gone downhill on the music channels. Anyway, 8.5 Harry Kane. Nothing much to write on, but that massive 40 points from KDB. Looking at the Chudley Cannons, we're obviously still on freeze. Just do what you're told, really, and you'll be unfrozen. 13.5 from Chris Wood, 15 from Madison, 19 from Pascal Gross, who was his top scorer of the week. Not a massively high scoring affair, but Chudley Cannons just getting it across the line. Well done, Holler. The last tie of the week is me versus Colo. So 129.5 points to me, 93.25 to Colo. Looking at Colo's side, not bad. It did look, he's right, the last game when it looked like Trossard had got an assist, I thought a fight back might be on because I got a Crystal Palace defender, but it didn't happen like that. 10 points for Sheffield United, 11.25 for Peters, who's a good pickup. 14 and a bit from Ender Stevens. Again, the Sheffield United lads doing well. 11 from Ashley Barnes and 13 from Jorginho. And Gineppo from Southampton, again a good player, 10.5 points. Wasn't quite enough though. I had some good performers with Daniel James at 19.5 points. 15.5 from Dwight McNeil, who's amazing. I can't believe I've not had more trade requests for him, but never mind. 13.5 for Mane, just keeps on going. 12 for Jesus. I was hoping he'd do a lot better with Aguero out, but there you go. My top scorer of the week was Lundstrom, who's a pretty unique player for me. I've never managed to pick up a player that plays out of position. He's a defender who plays midfield, so he's really good for key passes and gets the occasional goal and assist. So he got 21.5 points. Emiliano Buendia back in the starting lineup the last 2 weeks. 15.5 points from him, so I just hope he keeps getting played. So that's me, 129.5, top scorer of the week. Yes! To 93.25 with Colo. So let's have a quick look at how that leaves the league. Okay, so bottom for Christmas is Colo. He is on 15 points. Above him you have me, well, in order, Rag, Dan and me on 21 points. Then you've got Plops, Gabe, Kyle and Huller all on 24, and then you've got the two runaway league leaders at the moment. You've got Jura on 39 points and Star Dream Team champion Brian on 42 points. Although he's changed all his squad, so he's going to end up mid-table by the end of the season. So yeah, there we go. We've got fixtures this weekend. We have then got Boxing Day fixtures. So best of luck, everyone. Hope everyone has a great Christmas. Apart from, I think, Huller, I'm playing you. I hope this weekend is shit for you. But yeah, bye.